Hello, hello, Rising Diamonds. Okay, team, I just got off the phone with someone and I was feeling so inspired and so passionate, and I wanted to bring it here because I am a plexus enthusiast because of the possibilities of what is possible here, and I want to talk to you about it. If you're someone who wants success, you have goals, you have dreams, you want breakthroughs, and you've been showing up and you're excited for that, let's talk about what success looks like, okay? Because success is not a rank, it's not an age, it's not a past experience, it's not a look. Success is an energy. All right. It's an energy that you are able to transfer over to someone and inspire them to take action and make change. So how do you have success energy? And you know it when you see it, right? When you're talking to someone and they are excited and they're passionate about something, you can feel that energy from them about what they're enthusiastic about, and you can just pinpoint it. Someone else could say the exact same words, but if they didn't have the energy, it would fall flat, right? So it's not the words, it is the way that it's said and with the intention. And I'll tell you this, when I was brand new in Plexus, and I've been here for 13 years, when I was brand new and I was trying to figure out my business and really had all these dreams and desires, I went to every single training and showed up to every single call, and I was searching for one thing. Okay, and maybe you relate, tell me if you relate to this. I was searching for the magic words. I was like, there has to be a phrase, some words, a post that is like, that's it. That all these people who are successful, that they know and I haven't learned yet. There has to be a system, there has to be a phrase, and I was always searching and looking for this thing. And then one day it kind of hit me that there is no magic phrase. I wish there was, but there's not. There is just energy from what is behind the words. So here's how to get it. Here's how to grab success energy if you want it, and you should, and this will change your life and your business, okay? I think it comes down to two things where energy comes from, and that's from gratitude. You will hear me say that all day long. I will talk about gratitude all day long because it is the cure and the opposite of discouragement and scarcity. Discouragement and scarcity is when you message someone, and currently right now we're getting close to the end of the month, right? And you probably have these big goals you're trying to hit and you're sending messages, and someone responds back with no, not now, or they don't respond, or you're not seeing quite the results that you want. It is our default mode to go to feeling discouraged or starting to doubt or feeling scarcity, which means, you can want something so bad, you almost choke it to death because you're holding so tight, right? And maybe that feels a little familiar. And that's scarcity, holding so tight to something because you're afraid you're going to lose it, and so you choke it to death. And sometimes that happens with our dreams and our vision. But gratitude is the opposite of that. So what gratitude is are you feeling so grateful today, yesterday, this month, into next month, that you've been given an opportunity to build this beautiful thing called residual income through Plexus? So many people, myself included, before I found Plexus, before I knew what I had found, I'll say that, I had these dreams and these desires as a young mom. I had prayers and hope that we could have financial freedom, that my husband could be able to work less, that we could travel, that we could be out from under the stress of just having to think about money all the time, right? I had that dream and desire, and I was praying for options and a break from that. And maybe you have too. Maybe the thought of working the same job that you're in right now for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, just feels like suffocating, right? Like just feels like, oh, this is too much. And you're hoping for a way out, and you have found Plexus. Are you grateful? Are you sitting in gratitude realizing it's kind of like if you were really wanting to build a house, right? I'm really wanting to build a house. I just need the plans. I just need the plans. And someone brought the plans to you and said, here you go. Here's the blueprint. It's right here. You have to build it. You have to pick up the hammer. You got to maybe go on YouTube and figure out how to do framing. You got to figure it out. But here's the plan. And are you sitting in gratitude that there is a plan and there are options? And hopefully you've been around long enough in Plexus. You've hopped on our opportunity calls. You've heard stories from men and women from all different ages or backgrounds that have built this house. Thank you, Lord. That have built this house, that have used those same plans in your hands right now and built incredible income streams that have allowed time freedom and relief for their family and others. And hopefully you've been around long enough and you've seen that. And so there's no doubt, can this actually happen? Because the plan is there and it's been done by thousands of others, right? So you can too. So gratitude. So I would encourage you to sit in that. Sit in that and think about how grateful you are that you have the opportunity for this month and the next month after that and next year, right? Okay, so gratitude and then vision. So we're talking about success energy, and where does it come from? From gratitude and then vision. Vision is a firm direction. It's an excitement for you know where you're going. It's getting in a car and the GPS signal, is set for a place versus getting in a car and saying, we're just going to drive around and see what happens. It's the opposite. How much vision do you have in your business right now, friend? Or have you been thinking about that destination? Do you know where you're going? Can you picture in your head? I'll tell you right now, I've been with Plexus for 13 years. Like I said, I have such a strong picture in my head of me and my leaders, my jewels, my team. It's this picture of us on stage. I don't know how or where it's going to happen. Picture of us on stage where we have linked our arms together, and it is a row of beautiful jewels and diamond leaders on my team and in this company. And that's this vision. And I run and I'll walk often on my treadmill, and I have this clear picture in my head of seeing that. That is the direction I'm going. So what happens then, because I know I'm grateful and I know the direction I'm going, is I don't get no's and I don't get ghosted from people when I'm talking to them. And I talk to a lot of people. You know what I get? I get not nows, because that's how I translate their response, because I know where I'm going and I know that this person I'm talking to, if they tell me no, that just means they haven't been inspired enough yet. And that's actually a not now. And I'm almost like, thank you for the challenge that I get to now go figure out how to inspire you to be ready now. Maybe it's this month, maybe it's next month, maybe it's next year. But I'll be here for life, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to keep inspiring you, right? I don't get ghosted. In fact, on our team, and I would encourage you to adopt this, we don't say that word. We don't say the word ghosted, because what does that mean? That is a negative mindset of what someone else is doing. It's creating a story in your head that tells you they aren't interested and they're gone, when that is not the reality. You don't even know, because they haven't even messaged you yet. So you don't know. You're creating a story, right? I never get ghosted. You know what I get? I get put on pause. I get put on pause, and that's okay. I get put on hold. Now, maybe I might have to hang up the phone and call back to re-bring it up for them, but I just get put on pause. And I have been put on pause so many times before, but I hold the other line. Oh, I'm just so thankful. I hold the other line, because when they're ready, I'm here. In fact, the woman I started this call with and told you I had a call on, her name is Emily Lemon. Shout out to my girl, Emily. You guys, she put me on pause, on hold, and told me no for 2 years. But it didn't bother me, because I was still building something and going somewhere, and her response just meant where she was at. It meant nothing about where I was going, right? And so because I wasn't in scarcity, because I was grateful, because I was holding vision, she's here today. And she did finally say yes when she got inspired at the right time. And as a strong gold icon, leaders retreat, is just an amazing woman that will one day be linked arms with me on that stage because of that vision. So all this to say, friends, success energy. If you don't feel like you have it right now, that's how you get it. Gratitude, deep gratitude, and holding vision of where you're going. And you practice this. It has to be practiced. Every time you feel discouragement, every time you feel unsure, I want you to say, you know what? Am I in gratitude right now? Am I tapped into being grateful to the Lord that I sought an option and there's one in my hands? Let me get back into that place of gratitude. And then vision has to be practiced too. Every single day. If you want success, listen, every day, I want you to take 2 to 5 minutes. Close your eyes, or maybe walk on your treadmill like I do, and picture that end goal that you are building to. It should be so comfortable that when you close your eyes, you can see it exactly. You know how it feels. You know the sounds, you know the peace in your heart. Like you're so there. Because today is just building towards it, right? Today is not the end. And so that is how you grab success energy and pour it into your conversations and the way you show up in each day. You don't need a perfect script because there's not one. You need inspiration for what you're asking that person to be part of. When you're working on your follow-up this month, when you're working on closing, I want to encourage you to do this. Close your eyes and think about that person you're about to message. Think about them and being 20 pounds smaller and glowing and feeling amazing. Think about them hitting silver, hitting senior silver, and saying, thank you so much for pushing me to do a little more. Hold that vision for where you want them to go, and then message them from that place. You don't need perfect word or script if you have that inspiration for them and seeing if that time's right for them right now. So hopefully this is encouraging to you, and we can just be overwhelmed together with the opportunity and the gratitude and the joy and the vision for what we have, and that whether you're brand new or you've been here for a while, you can hold that and take it into your conversations today and bless somebody, right? Okay, friends, we will talk to you later. Thank you so much.